Hey guys, it's Scar from theScore eSports. We're here with Hakuho from EnVyUs, and you guys just won 2-1. It was a really long series. I think everyone here was watching it. First things first, like I know it must have been a really rough series. Like, how are you feeling right now?
I hate Vladimir so much.
So like that brings me to a good question. Like right now, there's like what Swain, there's Rise, there's Vlad. Like what do you feel like there's like two little bands? Like how do you guys deal with all these really strong champions in the game?
You basically just have to like trade. Honestly, at this point, it's just trading whatever's really strong. Like there's so many top laners that's just unkillable at this point. And if the game goes to late game, they just don't die. And you just have to team fight and hope that you win. Like whoever kills the enemy AD first usually wins.
That actually sounds depressing. But
It's kind of bad.
yeah, let me ask you more about your general team dynamics. So I know essentially like your team was composed of like two or three different teams put together.
Yeah,
basically, right? And so I'm wondering like overall like who takes care of like the shot calling and like the direction during the middle of the game? Is it like generally everyone communicates, or is it just like a couple people?
It's pretty much everybody at this point. And then like for the most part, it's like Seraph and Proxen setting up plays, and then LOD and I just like tell them like where we can go and like if we have ways set up.
Okay, cool. So like, I want to go back to the first game. So the first game, you guys caught Kiwi and OHQ walking in, and you were able to really get a large leads off that. Really good work with the jungler. You like made a top side, switch sides, recontrolled bottom, and then switch back up to top kind of deal, and kind of just smashed the game that way. Into game two, what was the problem there? Like, why couldn't you recreate what happened in the first game, even without such a large lead?
I mean, game two, we actually got like a pretty good lead. I think it was like at 1.11k-ish.
It was a little bit, yeah.
But then like the issue was there was like a team fight. We got Outer Dragon and we're like, we have to end the game because it was getting super late and we just like thought with Outer Dragon we could win. But then the issue is like we dove a base turret, and then like LOD got tower aggro somehow and just died to it. And then like we pretty much lost the fight there because they were just getting free DPS and we couldn't do anything.
Okay, so right now, like, and the same thing I asked the other person. Generally, whenever new teams come together, you know, they take a sort of different amount of times to really gel. So a good example is Immortals. They gelled really early in the season. You know, almost from the get-go, they were a really good team. And TSM is another example, which they gelled really late. You know, they almost weren't able to make it like snuck into playoffs. At playoffs, they really brought it together. You know, how's your current team feel in terms of like team cooperation and communication kind of stuff? You guys feel like you're like really close to being like there, or like maybe take a little bit to a long time?
I think we're like pretty close. Just like a little bit of aggression because like Ninja still has like the Chinese in him since he was like there. He like always wants to go in and fight, and like we just have to like work on like calling back and like playing more passive.
And how is it playing with LOD? So for me, LOD especially as a person that's kind of been in the challenger scene and kind of in like certain LCS games up and down as a sub, but it's really hard for me to get like a good grasp on how he is behind the scenes. Like how is it playing with him? How is it with laning with him? Like, do you like him? Like, what's up, man?
I really like LOD. I think like our playstyles are really work well together, and I was looking for like an AD that I could just work with my own playstyle. Like in the past, I had struggled with like, because I usually want to go like super aggressive, and if the AD doesn't follow, you just lose. But like, LOD always like knows when like how to position in fights, so it's pretty good.
Okay. This is gonna be a little bit out there. So like, if you want to get better, and especially like toward bot lane specifically, what do you like? How exactly do you do it? Do you watch VODs together with LOD and you guys like compare? Do you guys just like immediately figure out like during the middle of the game? Like how do you like improve yourself to make sure that you become like really good, like top of LCS, top of the world kind of stuff?
Like after every game, we like review. Like we usually like during the game, we like right after we do it like a bad play or something, we'll know what's wrong. But like we'll wait till after the game, then we'll go over it and we'll just like talk to each other about how we could play better. That's basically what we do.
Okay. So I know it's really early in the season. Generally, like, how do you feel about your team going into results going into later in the season? Like, do you feel like right now you're like a middle of the pack team that wants to rise to the top? Do you feel like you're a team that's like lower pack rising toward the middle? Like, how would you kind of classify your team at the moment?
I'd say we're middle of the pack, but I think we can rise up to like the higher ranks.
Okay.
Like right now, I was expecting us to be like 4 or 5.
Okay, and, that's pretty memorable. Or not memorable. I'm sorry. But generally,
number 2.
yeah. You're the second best team in the LCS, man. Oh, how is it having a lot of different people with different backgrounds? You know, you have Seraph, you have Ninja, people from China, people from Korea. I know Seraph's English is actually really good. Like, I've talked to him actually a lot, but like, how is it dealing with a bunch of different problems? Like, do you have communication issues all the time, or have you found that you've kind of been able to overcome them?
We still like some communication issues, but like for most like the in-game stuff, it's just like really short word, like keywords that we all know.
Okay. So you kind of just like make plays and you just like call the play name and you guys know what to do?
Pretty much. Like Prox and Seraph and Ninja like all talk like a lot more in Korean. But like whenever like we're working together, we'll do like just like say keywords and we'll just like do a lot of pings like they do in like Chinese teams with Koreans. They just spam ping.
Dude, it's true, man. The ping system just brings everyone together. Okay, well, I mean, thank you for your time. Do you have any last minute shout-outs to anyone, like your fans? You're gonna bring in new fans? You know, I know you got a new org as well. Like, anything to say?
I'm thankful for all my fans. I'm not sure if I actually have that many, but I hope that the few I do and whoever else joins on will keep watching us, and I think we'll do well.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. This is Scarra from theScore eSports. You can find more coverage at theScore eSports online or through our mobile app. And hope you guys have a nice day.